The word "my story" is derived from Ulmer's take on the words "my" and "story" in mystery. It is a deeper look into an event told from first-person perspective and should be an exercise of enlightenment and clarity to the audience, but more importantly, to the author. Cecilia Jones's My Story is especially effective and includes the pop cycle of family, community, entertainment, and career. One element that makes Cecilia's My Story effective is the visual simplicity of the text juxtaposed with the powerful meaning behind the words. For example, it says, "My mom is gone." What a simple sentence, an exact truth, but the emotion associated with it is tremendous. The text subtly fades into an image, which is also an identity enveloped within the emblem that she created for her brand. Again, the simplicity of the symbol is ironic because of the magnitude of everything that it embodies. Within the My Story are many different links to choose and interact with. This open play is considered by Ulmer to be electricity at work. There are no directions when you log on to Cecilia's page, which gives your avatar the freedom to explore and make uninfluenced decisions. Additionally, a web is created from each link to the other, interlinking everything within the website. Also, there are multiple mediums of music throughout the My Story, combining Cecilia's own voice with Patsy Cline's. They are singing Cecilia's mom's favorite song, which is touching to the heart and to the soul. Throughout the My Story are videos where Cecilia is talking and singing, and text is being shown across the screen with images. This collaboration of multiple types of media is extremely powerful and gives many meanings to her My Story. Not only does it pull you into her story visually, the multimedia elements pull you in emotionally. You feel like you're really there living out her life as well. The humor and personality throughout help to balance out the sadness of her mother's passing. She does a great job of breaking up the serious, sentimental stories with humorous ones like one-liners, Tony the Pony, and the photos of all of the poop. She manages to evoke empathy from the audience with photos of her family and their stories. She brags on her father and mentions that he received the Father of the Year award at her sorority's Parents' Weekend banquet. You can't help but feel for the family, struggling to keep going even in the absence of such a crucial member. The personal photos of her mother continue to invoke pathos as well. They help to include the audience in the story before the tragedy strikes, which is an impacting and resounding effect on the viewer's emotions. Other emotionally important aspects include the naming of the horse after her mother as Proud Mary with an I. The photos of Cecilia in her mother's clothes are also effective. With the use of emotional and explanatory text over touching photos, the audience may understand and be affected by her story, even though they themselves are not in it. Particularly touching was the photo of Proud Mary with the quote overimposed saying, "Always and forever your baby I'll be." This was very, very well done and ironic because the horse is still there even though her mother is not. The fact that Cecilia is so open and candid with her memories and her story helps to develop the message. Cecilia cleverly introduces her story with the welcome sign and the words "once upon a time," which are very fitting to use. The audience is drawn in and you become a part of her world. She uses newspaper clippings of the townspeople and photos of different parts of Ahoskie to set the scenery of her story. I have never been to Ahoskie, North Carolina before, but after visiting her My Story page, I felt as if I were there during the videos especially. After establishing the setting, she did a great job of introducing the audience to her characters, which were mostly members of the family. The personal photos involve the audience on a deeper level, which again increases pathos and establishes a connection that is hard to create with just one media vehicle alone. Cecilia's My Story also has what I like to call golden nuggets of truth. She mentions her desires for a simpler world where we could eliminate all of the drama and unnecessary crap. She continues this wordplay in her section My Career. Here she shows a video of her shoveling horse shit at the stable, which has been her part-time job for the past several years. In the future, as a part-time lawyer, she said she will continue to shovel shit, which I think is a light-hearted yet truthful way to look at the troubles of the world. Creating a My Story gives you the ability to create your own world, and no one can argue with it because it is just that, your story. It's not history, or his story, so it's never been written before, and you're not claiming to know facts about someone else's life that may not really be true. In addition, it opens your eyes and presents a new point of view, literally and figuratively. When I was viewing Calhoun Street's My Story a couple weeks ago in class, I had never previously thought of the traffic troubles when people walking down without sidewalks. Now I turn and look behind me before people cross. Similarly, my perspective has changed about Cecilia Jones. We have been what I would like to call good friends for the past 4 years of college. She was in my sorority and we hung out on a regular basis. I knew her mother passed away freshman year, but I never knew the extent of how it affected her. However, this has opened a whole new world and even a whole new level of friendship between the two of us. I now see what a dramatic impact it could have had, and I feel like I were there in those personal times even when I was not. This is the effect a My Story can have on the audience by bringing them in, exposing them to personal levels that they never before could have experienced without this particular use of media. In addition, the use of multimedia can be seen through this tweet that Cecilia tweeted after we Skyped her about her story. This shows the immediacy of social media and electricity at its prime.